Today is Hump Day. It's Wednesday, October 9th. And we have a lot going on in this country. And it just keeps getting more intense. That's really true. How are you? Thank you for being here. Tell your friends, share this video. Do what you can to spread the word that we are facing down a lot of challenges as a human civilization. And the only way we're going to be able to meet those challenges is if we save democracy in the United States of America. You heard it here, but you already knew that, right? If you're in the path of the hurricane, heed the warnings seriously. I don't know that I've ever been as concerned as I am about a weather event as I am right now. And we've had lots of tragic weather events. Happy birthday. You're a 9, you're a power number. I'm a 9 too. Other numbers are powerful too, in their own way. Is anybody here in the path of the hurricane? I can't even think about anything else. I mean, I thought maybe I'll do tea leaves tonight, and I'm like, no. I am going to talk about the evil that surpasses all our comprehension of a certain former president who I told you just the other day. I said Trump works for Vladimir Putin. And what I said to you all was, this is factual. Does anybody here, I know nobody here, but you have to start asking this question. Does anybody really believe Melania Trump when she says, well, you know, the United States, Donald will keep America safe? Did you hear that one on Fox? Yes, we need Donald Trump to be president because he keep country safe. Hello? Who here is in Florida? We are... Oh, thank you for endorsing me and asking people to get a reading. I'm just trusting the universe right now. Oh, Donald would keep us safe. Keep America safe. Okay, well, we had a pandemic, and he played favorites with the states. The only people that Donald Trump appreciates, I won't even say likes, because I don't know if he's capable of liking. He's definitely not capable of loving. The only people that Donald Trump wants in his bubble are people that love him. That's how starved for love he is. Thank you, Rose. Had a great reading. He opted to help his buddy Vlad. That's what I used to refer to him as all the time. His buddy Vlad. Our buddy Vlad. And then after he invaded Ukraine, I couldn't even make a joke anymore. His buddy Vlad, who's paranoid to begin with, asked the Donald to get him a COVID test while the American people were dropping like flies from COVID. And we were panicked as panicked could be. Just like we're panicked now. But that was a years-long event. Right? Yep. Donald Trump is working for Vladimir Putin. Yeah, I about fell off my chair when then the next day I get, oh, it's in Bob Woodward's book even. Imagine that. What a coincidence. I did earlier, I don't know if it's posted yet, but Irish Granny Tarot and I had a conversation. It turned into a conversation this afternoon. So that'll be posted here soon. Yeah, Warren, right? Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Oh, well, you know. Oh, no, none of us. Do you remember? I know that we hear all the time, oh, Americans have short-term memories. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. You remember COVID. I mean, maybe we don't like to think about it, but it doesn't mean we don't remember. There's a big difference between I don't like to think about it. There's a lot of things I don't like to think about, but it doesn't mean that I forgot. What we're thinking about right now is Donald Trump is a bona fide traitor, treasonous traitor. He's an enemy of the United States of America, badly posing as though he cares. Badly. It's not convincing. You saw me on Irish Granny? Oh, it already posted. Oh, I hope it was good. I was a little intense. There's a lot of intensity out there. Donald Trump is an enemy to the United States of America. There's nothing about this country that he likes because he wants to be in control of our bodies, of our lives, of everything that happens day in and day out. He wants to be in control of us because that's how out of control he is. So a Donald Trump presidency is what we already experienced. We already went there. We already went through that. So nobody can go around Melania, who's trying to sell books, telling us Donald wants to keep us safe. Nothing could be further from the truth. Fox is grasping at straws right now to try to figure out how to spin. I talked about this on Irish Granny Tarot today. All he can do is spin. All Fox can do is spin. And I mentioned the clip of an interview that I saw with Laura Ingraham. Well, I saw the interview, but then in addition to that, later, or maybe it was before, Laura Ingraham did some kind of crazy news clip, whatever the heck she's doing. I haven't quite figured it out. Where she somehow just kind of meshed in DEI, immigrants, hurricane, Kamala's fault. I couldn't figure it out. It made no sense. We're going to read on Fox. Can we believe? I mean, you got to see it to believe it sometimes. We've seen it. Can you believe that Trump and Elon Musk are out there saying you can't trust the government to take care of you, while the FEMA workers are risking their lives, like the troopers that they are, making sure that people don't die in this hurricane? Yeah, Biden is president, not Kamala, but Laura Ingraham is like warning, oh, if Kamala is president, there'll be DEI and there'll be migrants and there'll be I don't know, FEMA, she didn't know what she was talking about. So we're going to start there. Michael said the winds and rains are picking up. I might at some point do a guided meditation to send positive energy to Florida. We'll see if we can schedule that within the next 24 hours. Please be careful, Michael. I mean, it's not like you can in Florida go down to your basement. Who the heck has a basement in Florida? It's kind of low. Anyway. Joe Scarborough was great this morning. I think I did turn it on for a short time. And then I get tired of the commercials. But I do check in to see if they're doing a better job. Mainstream media, because mainstream media is largely responsible for the mess and the chaos that we're in. just hunkering down at home. Okay. Sarasota's going to get just totally slammed. Tampa Bay, that area, totally slammed. Okay, so Ron DeSantis finally, I'm calling him DeSantis. He finally succumbed. He finally, like, woke up maybe a little bit. Not too much, because then he would be considered to be woke. These governors must be scared. You know, the ones in the other states that just went through Helene. Okay, so we're going to pull 3 cards actually about Fox. We're going to pull 3 cards about... Oh, Joe Scarborough skewered the Wall Street Journal this morning because, remind me. Hang on, we're going to read on Fox, but remind me what the Wall Street Journal, it was something about JD. If you just put a couple, put a sentence up there about what they were covering that was wrong. Somebody's saying that the hurricane's probably hitting DeSantis's mansion, the governor's mansion. Let's ask. Where the heck are all my pendulums? We'll use this one. We need a dad joke. What weighs more, a gallon of water or a gallon of butane? A gallon of water. Butane is lighter fluid. But Is a hurricane slated to hit Governor DeSantis's mansion? Not directly, but it looks like it's pretty close. The question is, will DeSantis actually hand it out to the people, or will he just pocket it like he did with COVID? Yeah, right. Okay. Maybe, okay, well, DeSantis's location where he lives, is it in the flood zone? It is in the flood zone, is what I'm getting. Damon is in the house. Damon gets special treatment here. We don't really know how. We don't really know why that is. Somebody asked a question. Let me see. What was it? Hello, Damon. Will he actually... okay. Super Dougie's in the house? Alright. Hey, Super Dougie. There's tornado warnings in Florida, too. Maria's here. Hi, Maria. We're going to choose 3 cards about Fox. We have a lot to cover. I'm going to see if I can do it in less than an hour. Because I adore you, Damon. I adore all of you. You're a charmer. That might be it. Where is Aileen Cannon? What city is that in Florida? Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm reading on Faux News. Oh, by the way, you like the Fox Lies story? I just read that as soon as I was about to say it. This actually came from... There were a couple of people, when I went to D.C., there were 2 people that stand out front of the Supreme Court building. It's either an hour a day or an hour a week. And they protest, Clarence Thomas and the corrupt Supreme Court. I had a lot of respect for them. And they gave me this. They also gave me a sign that I put on my car that was like stamp out, X out, Project 2025. It's vitally important that we really start to make sure that people know. Yeah, that should be a t-shirt. I agree. Maybe we... Oh, and they call themselves... Just 2 people in D.C. I don't know if it's the same 2 people that were standing there. And it was a hot day. Remember I was there for Glenn Kirshner's event? It was August 23rd, 24th. TruthTuesdays.org. They have a Facebook group, Truth Over Fox. If you want to look them up. I just found this in my bag. I was like, oh yeah, remember that? Okay, so... Also, since I'm looking at my display here, I just want you to know that I changed their clothes. Hang on. Remember our friend Judy? Have a little fashion show. Lighten it up a little. Made clothes for our democracy elf, Elliot, and his wife, Judy. So now they have candy corns. Thank you, Judy. I don't know if you still watch PNN. Probably you do. Cannon lives in Vero Beach. Where is Vero Beach? And is it in the path of the hurricane? Your son's family is in Melbourne, Florida. Okay. So reading on Fox, they're going to double down on the lies. They're in cahoots with Putin. I know, aren't those cute, the candy corn outfits? The east coast of Florida? Okay, so the east coast is not going to get hit like the west coast, but everyone's going to be affected. Okay, Nine of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. Actually, Fox Faux News is going to double down on the lies. And they will have hell to pay because they do that. It will not go well for them making that choice to double down on the lies. These are dangerous lies. They're extremely dangerous lies. Telling the people you can't trust the government. So then the government gives them a warning and they're like, I don't know, did that come from the government? I don't trust the government. That's what's happening. And Dale's saying, my oldest friend is on the east coast of Florida. The weather is bad. It's very bad. I don't think I can even get off the topic tonight. I'll do my best. But they're all kind of connected, right? Two very close friends and family on the east coast in Florida, they're getting tornadoes. When we do a group hug in a little bit, we will definitely tune in to that. So it looks like I don't see Fox changing its tune. I see them, because they don't change their tune, getting hammered with criticism. Because there will be deaths and they will be, they were held accountable for lying before. There were over 90 tornado warnings in Florida. Now, does anybody know, alien cannon is in the path of the hurricane. That's interesting. Does anybody know when the height of the storm, you see Smartmatic getting rich off of Fox. Does anyone know when the height of the storm is? Because here, here's the thing. Put it up there if you know. Here's the thing about Fox. People die because of what they're doing. Yeah, Laura Loomer's out there telling the folks in North Carolina not to trust FEMA. And Fox is also. And all those right-wing extremist networks. Okay, and Michael's saying, what is sad? I've been watching videos people have made in North Carolina who keep saying that crap that the government made these hurricanes. We're in crazy territory. If the government could control the weather, don't we think the government would be able to make these things not happen? Like, I guess Trump thought that was possible back when he was in office because he wanted to nuke the hurricane. And Marjorie Trader Green has said that Kamala is responsible for the weather. Dad joke, what's the worst thing to hear your surgeon say during an operation? Literally anything. Yeah, that's true, right? Tornado spotted in Vero Beach. So because of Fox doing what they did, during the pandemic, they kept downplaying it. Trump kept saying it was a Democratic hoax, the deadly pandemic. And Fox carried the ball for him. As they were all at Fox getting vaccines. Mandatory. They were telling the American people that this was a Democratic hoax, even if they didn't say it directly. I don't remember. Yeah. So, people died because of their disinformation. People died. because Fox wasn't taking it seriously. They were lying to the people. People died because Fox kept perpetuating the lie that the Dominion voting machines were rigged. So people, Ashley Babbitt was a victim of these lies. Fox contributed to that. And now Fox is contributing to potentially people dying because they're telling them not to trust the government. They're telling them that FEMA's not going to help them. They're telling them that the government's creating the weather and they can't trust the government. That's 3 scenarios in which faux news, Fox that calls itself news, is causing people to die, directly or indirectly. Now, what the cards just said just then, the strength card came up. That means they're going to double down on the lying around this scenario in Florida. And they will have hell to pay for it. Yeah. Yep, Maria, that. Prosecute those liars. Let me just pull 3 cards for a little bit more information on that. My heart is completely breaking for the people. I'm thinking about people that really don't have much and were already struggling to begin with. 3 cards about what will be the consequences of faux news lying about this storm and indirectly causing people to die because they're out there saying don't trust the government. When in the meanwhile, Republican governors are in awe at how phenomenal the response has been to Hurricane Helene. Oh, Musk and Tucker hanging out. Yeah, and I got another one for you. How about Jesse Waters and Stephen Miller? Literally, we'll talk about it in a minute. Made me feel physically sick. Stephen Miller thinking that, oh, you have to be attractive like me. I'm not going to switch topics. We're still on Fox. You worry about people leaving their pets. I'm worried about everybody. I really am. Yeah, I know. They were laughing about Kamala getting assassinated. They were laughing. We're talking about Musk and Tucker. It's beyond the pale. It's beyond the pale. We'll get there, Warren. Don't pressure me. I'm very on edge tonight. I love you all. I just wear my heart and my feelings on my sleeve. That's all. So what I'm saying, I'm asking for more information about Fox. I mean, I already just said we were doing a group hug. So we already see that Fox is going to be held accountable in some way for perpetuating deadly lies. Okay. So to add to the story, yeah, we love you, Warren. I just, this is... This is more to the story about what will happen to Fox for perpetuating these deadly lies. This is between them endorsing Trump and the United States, and that Fox will be shown to be the fool because they aligned with the emperor who has no clothes. And the United States is going to hold Fox accountable in some way. And that's coming. Pray for Julie Elrod, and she and her family are disabled. I can't even stand it. Okay, we'll do a group hug right now. And when we do a group hug, I want us to think about this. I'm so grateful that we are together. And if you know anybody that's having a struggle with stress or whatever, with all that's going on, just send them a text and tell them to join us. Fox needs to be shut down. Absolutely true. Okay, so Michael's saying, I'm wondering about our homeless. There's a lot of homeless people in Florida. So I'm thinking about everybody in Florida in harm's way, which is, I think it's most people. Everyone in Florida will be affected. I'm thinking about the people that are homeless, that were already struggling. I'm thinking about the single mothers, that have small children that were already struggling. I'm thinking about the women that are pregnant and, and struggling. I'm especially thinking about the elderly who are already struggling. I'm thinking about people that need health care. I'm thinking about people, pray for me, Lou. I don't know if he's in the path of the storm. Do you know? I'm thinking about the people who have terminal illnesses. I'm thinking about people that are struggling mentally. They're in shelters. Is that like that? That doesn't make it easier. I'm thinking about my wish with our hug is that we see miracles happen where people heal this stupid divisiveness. Because when it comes to a survival level crisis, we all need to help each other. Yeah, I didn't think Mila was in the path. All right, so let's really make this a strong hug. 1, 2, 3. And also the rescue workers, all the FEMA workers, everybody who needs help, the children that are scared. Those who have family members missing from the last storm. Okay, it's a lot. I know it's a lot. I'll see if we can fit in a meditation time between now and tomorrow. Okay. And I know we have a lot of viewers here that are in Florida. So if you need anything, even specific prayers, put it up there. Mila is in Palm Beach. You know what? When Mila moved to from New Jersey, I was like, really? Why is he moving to Florida? Okay, I'm going to pull 3 cards about, gosh, it's like Elon and Tucker Carlson. Do they know that there's a hell in the afterlife? Did nobody tell them? I'm actually going to pull 3 cards about whether they will see any action taken against them for suggesting that Biden and Kamala should be knocked off. Because that's really... Thank you, Sharon. Hit the thumbs up, please. Yeah. And when I did that reading on the rocks, I was telling Irish Granny, when I do readings on the rocks, I should call those videos Psychic on the Rocks. And it's still not terribly cold here, so I'll do more of those. But when I did that on Sunday, when I did that little short reading, I like to do the short ones. And I read on Elon, I saw him in trouble on the world stage. And that he's going to have to knock it off or else. They're totally just, it's almost like they're trying to out-disgust each other. Yeah, someone is looking into Musk, Zircon. Definitely that's true. Okay. So, let me pull these again, because I was talking and I didn't really, I didn't really specify the question. So Tucker and Elon, are there going to be repercussions? Weather Channel's showing flooding in Venice, Florida. Yeah, the water's high. It's I can't even believe it. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight. I'm so upset about this. Yeah, Michael's saying for many of those people saying they're Christians, they must think they're exempt from judgment. And I'm just talking about Elon and Tucker right now, and they're not religious at all. I'll tell you what's going to happen as a result of this storm. The people that have been the haters it's not going to be pretty for them. It's not going to be pleasant. Karen saying, I got a grounding mat to help with emotional energy lately. Yeah, on it right now. That's a good idea. Michael saying, I'm not sleeping tonight. We might not sleep in solidarity with you. Sleep if you can. Yeah, Kathy Bill did say this will be a volatile month, but we'll be okay. Because you know what? We're going to learn how to come together. Yeah, so this is about Elon and Tucker. What a couple of buttes. Their messaging is going to continue. So this is what I'm picking up. Between Fox and these heinous monsters of, I can't even call them human beings, Musk and Tucker Carlson. We're going to see there are consequences for their behavior. Thank you for the donation. I totally missed it. I appreciate that so much. S, whoever S was this, let me know. They're going to lose their standing as people that they're going to lose their fans. I mean, it was Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate it very much. Musk and Tucker are going to lose a lot of people because a lot of people are going to, unfortunately, they're going to lose people. Yes, you missed a group hug. We'll do another group hug on Friday. They're going to lose their position of communication in some way. I'm not really sure how that's going to happen. I'm perplexed. I'm feeling like they're going to be shut down in some way, Tucker and Elon, because it's so dangerous what they're doing. I don't know how you restrict those things, but Tucker has his own, does Tucker have a YouTube channel? Yes, you're welcome too, Sandy. I'm really grateful that I started this channel in the first place, because we really need this. We need to hang together. Well, Elon's not a politician. Divine Magical Cult. Well, I'm figuring you must be a reader with that handle. Well, our government sees Starlink. Let's ask if that's what I was getting, Goddess Val. I see new names in the chat. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and welcome. Does it have to do with Starlink? Okay, let's ask that. Because what I'm picking up here about Elon and Tucker is that it feels like government accountability. Tucker is on X, well, that would make sense. It looks like the government is going to seize, interesting. Is the government going to seize Starlink? It's not Starlink. They're not going to seize Starlink. Is the government going to stop other contracts with Elon? Yes. There comes a point where we can't just, as a collective country and humanity, there comes a point where we can't just let this continue. And I'm going to read about that right now because there comes a point, speaking of heinous people, there comes a point where heinous monsters have to be stopped. Damon is saying SpaceX. Is he in a government contract? Okay. Am I seeing them taking SpaceX from Elon? I am getting a yes on that. Yeah, can't reward his behavior. We can't be Yeah, I'm getting a big yes on SpaceX. Does SpaceX have anything in Florida? That's a really strong yes. Yeah, thank you, Gary. Yes. You guys are so generous tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. And by the way, if you're a member, when you become a member, you get an affirmation in your inbox every single day. So hit that join button and become a member. It's a monthly contribution. Small amount. And since I'm on the topic, yeah, they fire off rockets from Florida, yes, but I'm wondering if Elon does. Yeah? Damon's been enhancing his psychic abilities. Also, on the last Saturday of the month, you want to become a member now because the last Saturday of the month we're having a Halloween party, and all the members are welcome. Yes, we had a great Zoom class last Saturday. I'll get to that. Let me first take a look. I'm going to actually take a look. I was going to look at Trump, but I'm going to take a look at Elon right now. Is he going to lose government contracts? It looks like yes. SpaceX uses NASA, so they're in. Okay, this is interesting because Elon, that might be another company that goes south, so to speak. I'm pulling 3 cards about what's going to happen. He doesn't care if he loses it all. Okay, Damon's saying you see them all the time out there. Okay. Yeah, this is the United States. This is, oh yeah, Elon's going to be out there running his mouth, being a total idiot, and the government is making a case against him. I got the star card again. This is getting serious. They're messing with our survival. Yeah, X is about 20% of its value when Elon bought it, and he turned it into basically a domestic terrorist forum. Town hall. Give me a break. Is it true that North Carolina has a lot of lithium? Makes me wonder. I don't know. I have to Google that. Let's see what you're saying. Went on X today to repost Max Velocity's weather video. First time this week. They make me sick on X. I won't even go on it. I mean, if you want to stay on it, all the power to you. I won't even go on it. Can we send Elon back to South Africa? Yeah, he's a total racist. So much wrong with him. And speaking of so much wrong with people, first let's read a dad joke. Why did the vulture get kicked off the plane? People kept complaining about his carrying luggage. Oh my goodness. So, you had a lot of patience with Elon, but that was too far for you. Yeah, it's bad. Did anybody see the conversation? And if you didn't happen to see it, don't even bother because you will feel nauseous. And I would never even. I don't have it queued up, and I wouldn't play it for you anyway because it's so awful. Stephen, Mr. Vampire Miller. Mr. Let's grab the babies out of the arms of their mothers at the border. Stephen Miller. And he has a child besides, I know, and a wife. Can you imagine? Did anybody see this? Good to see you, man. I'm glad you're chatting. Jesse Waters. Talking to Stephen Miller. I'll just give you a few key words. Oh, Stephen Miller. A few key phrases. I'm just going to give you the gist of it. Oh, well, women think you're so attractive. And how do you do it, Stephen Miller? How is it that you're so attractive to women? Did you catch this? I think it was on Midas Touch. Rose saw it. Oh, you're so attractive to women, Stephen Miller. Excuse me, that's me. That's not what Jesse did. Barf is right. He just oozes slime, Stephen Miller. And he literally sat there and was and was just following along. Oh, yes, well, here's how you become attractive to women. How you become attractive to women, said Stephen Miller, is you wear your Trump garb, your Trump hat. You wear your Trump, and that makes you attractive, because if you wear your Trump hat or whatever, then you look strong. Yeah, Dracula, right? Yeah, I get a lot of puke emojis on that. I literally felt sick to my stomach. Oh, and here's what you do, girls. This is how you get men like Stephen Miller. Seriously? Anne's gonna get a reading on your mother's birthday. Oh, well, your mom's with you. And somebody else that we talked about. You saw it on Texas Paul this morning. I haven't watched him for a while. Wow. How did I even watch that? Damon's asking how I even watched it. I think it was out of curiosity. I think I didn't know what I was going to see. I'm pretty sure I saw the clip on Midas Touch. Wow. So, now we're going to read on Trump. Stephen Miller will have some splaining to do. Yeah, I don't know what about you're referring to, Deb, but yeah, that's true. Could not stomach watching that. Okay, so we're pulling 3 cards, but a little bit more specific. What will happen? Will Trump have to pay consequences in some way for promoting these Putin-backed lies about our government and not being able to trust our government? By the way, I wrote an article about this very topic. It's on Substack, Grassroots of Democracy group. Please go there and subscribe. Oh, thanks. I got this shirt off of eBay a while back. I'm not really sure what it is. It looks like a cat. It's fall colors. Okay. Hang on. What was Liz's question? Will Trump, this is a question I'm going to ask. Will Trump be paying the price for perpetrating all these lies? Yeah, Texas Paul was not happy today. Neither was Tony Michaels. Well, good. I'm in good company. I'm not. I mean, I'm happy in my life. You know, it's okay. I run my own life, right? But with what's going on, Chuck's got a quote up there. Evil in the system of ethics is that which tears apart, shuts out the other person, raises barriers, sets people against each other. Rollo May. And to add to that, goodness comes when people recognize that they need each other. Oh, thank you, Google Peace. I appreciate that. I hope I'm helping. Yeah, can you think about what makes people go beyond that, where they heal from the evil crisis? That is a great quote. Is Trump, I'm reading about the consequences for him. The consequences of him spreading these horrible lies. What happens is it becomes more and more, the government knows, it becomes clearer and clearer that Trump is, remember how many times I've said, a few times now, Trump looks like a marionette. The way he holds his arms, the way he moves, the way he stands there with his arms literally just hanging by his sides. He looks like a marionette puppet. And what we're going to find out with all these lies is very much, there's a lot of investigation going into what's behind all these lies and of mistrust of the government. So that's the Lover card. Who is Trump in bed with, so to speak? Yeah, Elon's mother is as bad as her son. I agree. I just took one look at a picture of her. I didn't know anything about Elon Musk's mother. This is months ago. And I was like, oh, well, that's an interesting energy. And then I found out she's just as bad. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So the Four of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. So what's going to happen here is, boy is Trump in bed with Putin big time. It's just a It's a manner of speech. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was talking about that the other night, Darlene, that I had a moment when I went, because for the longest time, I'm like, what is this? What is the, he looks like a marionette. The universe speaks. I'm going to tell you right now that Donald Trump is, as much as I know that he's really been in cahoots with Putin, it's way more layers than even I thought. I just knew for sure. He's Putin's puppet. Hillary Clinton said it straight out during one of their debates. You're Putin's puppet. Truer words hardly ever spoken. You admired Elon for a bit and his mom? Well, then their true colors came out. I think it wasn't being revealed how horrible they were. So, layers and layers and layers of evidence that Trump and Putin they're real buds. They are real buds. Five of Pentacles, they're both getting destitute also. The Four of Wands. Okay. So it's not just Putin that is, it's not just the Kremlin that's generating all this mistrust of our government. It's Iran and it's China to some degree. Yeah, it's so clearly obvious. I don't agree, shame on Bob Woodward for the book. I really just want people to just drop that. That's my own preference. I actually think this is a good time for that book to come out. I actually think that most people in our government were very well aware of it. And this is actually, from my perspective, I'm not saying you're wrong, the perfect time for this book. And let's not forget, too, or maybe you don't know, October 11th is a release day for that movie about Trump's life and how criminal he's always been. October 11th is a release date for the movie The Apprentice. It's all there. So I understand why you're saying what you're saying, but I really don't have anything against Bob Woodward at all. I don't think he has malicious intent. I think he loves this country and he wants to do the right thing. And if he has money and success, he earned it. And I don't have a problem with people that earned their money and success. I don't know where you can see the movie The Apprentice, but that's only 2 days away. We can't expect junkies to act normal. Elon is hooked on ketamine and God knows what else. It's very scary. It is. I know, but he's definitely, he's a bad addict. Oh, and also Karen's mentioning that Eric got appointed a special deputy sheriff in Florida. Yes, exactly what I'm saying. But I would bet intelligence agencies already know what's in Woodward's book. This is like bringing it out to the public. Yes, they made Eric Trump a special deputy sheriff appointed by a corrupt DeSatan sheriff. We're going to look at that. We'll absolutely get more from Jack Smith. Yes. I'm answering all your questions as they go by. I'm sorry. I hope that's not complicated and confusing. I do my best. Will Eric have a gun? Yes, sheriffs have guns. If you know where the movie's going to come out, The Apprentice, like what network to watch it on, I'm thinking maybe Peacock. Meanwhile, back in the world of Trump and what the fallout is going to be from these very nefarious lies about the government, it's not good. We already know where the lies are coming from. DeSantis is threatening people for running political ads? What do you mean by that? That doesn't make any sense. Threatening them with what? A hurricane? I mean, what is he threatening them with? The police station got hurt because of the tornado that hit it. I guess they don't like Eric. You mean the universe? All right, let me look at this, because that really, I was like, what? Don't you have to go to the police academy to become a sheriff or something? I don't know. I'm not in law enforcement. We're going to pull 3 cards on Eric Trump being appointed a deputy sheriff. WTF? The movie will be aired at local theaters in Chicagoland. Are you just calling it Chicagoland, or is that the name of a theater in Chicago? He doesn't want ads around that talk about a woman's right to choose. Oh, sheriffs are elected, but don't they have to have some experience? Don't they need to go to sheriff school? 3 cards on that. I'm not getting that appointment is going to last very long. Right. Michael's saying technically you have to be a graduate of a police training program. I would think so. Anyone who's in the Chicago area, Maria is telling us that it's in theaters, The Apprentice. I don't even hear about people going to theaters anymore. Okay, we're reading on Eric Trump becoming the sheriff. Because that's how crazy fascism is, and that's what they are. Does Jack have Steve Miller's number? I believe so. Okay, so the 4 of Wands is coming up. What's happening is our enemy countries are doing this. The sheriff was appointed over more qualified senior people because he kissed up to Satan. Okay. These are the nefarious forces. A light will be shown on it. I have to kind of use my discretion with these cards. A light will be shown on the Eric Trump situation. It's not going to bode well for him in the face of this hurricane. If that makes any sense, I think we'll see more unfold about that. What's he doing in a deputy sheriff position when he's not qualified, and the whole state, pretty much the whole state, is in crisis? Shaq is a sheriff too. What are their duties? Very loose laws to become a police officer. Okay. But the United States, I feel like Eric Trump is in trouble with the law. Yeah, these are the cards with the knife. I feel like Eric Trump is in trouble with the law anyway. Carrie's asking, she's putting question marks up. I know. It's totally confusing. But Eric is an expert at pouring concrete. Good one. Ba-dum-bum. That's like another little joke there. Yes, I'm out there pouring concrete. It's so hard. My dad. My father. He always said Eric Trump. My father. I know I'm really in the muck right now, but I'm kind of wanting to, I like that. Evil is a form of incompetence, that quote up there. I kind of want to look at Eric and Don Jr. for some weird reason. Yeah, I said what they do. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful, Carrie. It's all awful. All the cards are awful tonight. We'll get to the good stuff. 3 cards on the Trump brothers. My sense about the Trump, Don and Eric, is I get a scurrying. They're scurrying. There's a lot of scurrying energy right now with them. As Donald Sr. gets worse and worse, and he's getting a lot worse. The Trump brothers have too much on their plate to handle. They're really just, it's like walking on hot coals for them. Yeah, women are on the march. We will not go back. Absolutely. That's what I'm seeing for Eric. The 8 of Wands. Things are going to unravel very quickly for the Trump boys. I'm not sure in what form we're going to see that happen. But definitely it's happening. It's not going to be easy for them. I feel like, strangely, I feel like they're very cowardice. They can't handle all this. This is breaking their psyche, the Trump boys. We'll have to take a good hot shower after this, after talking about all these scumbags. Exactly true. To lift it up a little bit, I have been promising you, and I haven't queued it up, but I have promised you that I went to Tennessee, as you all know, for a few days, the end of September. If you don't know what a guru is, or a darshan, or any of that stuff that kind of comes out of India, Sadhguru is my guru. I met him in the late 90s, and I was so happy to be there. But what I mentioned the other day was that I wanted to play you what he said at the end of the darshan, the talk, and I want you to think about Kamala Harris as you're listening to some of his last words of the darshan in September. I queued it up. So listen closely. We're all paying attention?
This is too much for a woman with a 7-year-old girl to say. Then I said, I have no argument for this. Well, I'm just saying there have been many great women. Probably in these parts of the world, that kind of thing was not encouraged, or if they were there, they never came to light. I'm sure they were there, but they never came to light because they were suppressed or they were obscure.
The women were suppressed.
But in the East, there are many thousands of women in the past who rose as great sages and saints, different in their way of operation, but they rose, nobody could stop them because the culture allowed it, the society allowed it. I think today all societies in the world, largely except unfortunately a few, which you are not a part of anyway, this is the time. This is the time for the woman to rise in such a way, because it's unfortunate that we have put them in competition with men. I can also grow muscles. This is not the area in which you should compete. Men will say, wow, muscles, they look at you up and down. Behind your back, this because they know what muscle is. Please understand this. Doesn't matter how much muscle you build, they will be laughing behind you. That is not the way to compete. Physical bodies are different. What's wrong with that?
What he said was, this is the time for the women to rise. Thank you, Maria. What Sadhguru, I know it's hard to hear. I've listened to him for many years, and so I can understand what he's saying, and hopefully you caught that. Sadhguru, somebody said, is he an Iranian? No, he's from India. He's a spiritual master. And if you want to look up Isha Foundation, it's there. But I really wanted you to hear him say that this is the time for the women to rise up. This is the opportunity for the women to show up and to rise up. And I feel very reassured. He's Indian, yes. He's from Tamil Nadu, which is the same area that Kamala Harris's ancestors are from, South India. So that's interesting. And I've said it before, and it's worth repeating. Kamala's middle name is Devi, which is the feminine, the goddess, the name for the feminine goddess. Yeah. So this was kind of a buffer for all the ick that we've been through. So as we wind down this evening, I want to just change decks. I want to read, I'm going to read a few of these. So yeah, I really am so grateful to have been able to share that with you. That was at the end of the darshan. It was kind of like, I thought he was kind of finished talking, and then he came out with that. It's Kamala's destiny to be president. We just have to, we need, like my sign said, we need all hands on deck. We need everybody to be involved. Project 2025 is a plan for a Taliban-like form of government. So we need, this is the time. We have 3 weeks left. Women, we need to hear you roar, Thomas is saying. Absolutely. So I'm going to pull 3 cards to sort of wind down. I'm trying to make my videos shorter, but I'm never successful at that. Yes, you're welcome. I'm glad you appreciated that. That affirmed it for me. I'm still nervous about what we're seeing, but that affirmed it for me. In case you don't know, I know I kind of go on and freak out, but I'm very, very, very convinced. I even see it. I see it in my mind's eye that Kamala Harris will be president of the United States. So we're gonna pull 3 cards about Joe Biden and what happens with, because he gave a good talk today. I don't know how long it was. I caught some of it about this lying has to stop. This lying has to stop. He made an impact. Joe Biden made an impact. He did. Yep. He's actually, that was good that Biden got out there and said that. So I'm just pulling 3 cards about the effect of Biden getting out there and saying we have to stop this dangerous lying. This is, we can't wrap our minds around it. People's lives are in peril. Thousands upon thousands of people's lives are in peril. And Joe Biden had to get up there and say something. Yes, it's Kamala's time. Yep. And a lot of you are affirming that you feel that too. I feel it in my bones. Yes. What Biden did talking on the news today made an impact. It changed things. It shifted things. I do feel like the other day when I read on it, I got that about half of the people in Florida were getting the real truth that FEMA was on the ground helping and the government was helping. It was just around half, but I feel like it's a little bit higher than that now. What are we at with people believing the truth about the government helping? 10%? 20%? People that believe the truth that the government is helping. 30%? 40%? 50%? So we're up to like 60, 70, no, that's 60, about 6, went up by 10%. People that are now trusting that the government is in fact helping. So let's do this. Kamala has done some amazing interviews the past couple of days. That woman is phenomenal. She's highly, highly talented. It sounds so stupid when anybody, right-wing media and when they say, oh, well, Trump says, oh, she's really stupid. Can you say projection? Okay, so we're going to pull 3 community cards. I want to thank you all so much for being here with us. I take a lot of risks on this channel. I tell you what I know from my psychic perspective. To me, they're psychic facts, but that's, I missed the dad joke, sorry. The way that you can help to support this pro-democracy channel is you can book a reading with me, which helps me to pay my bills, and business has been very dead lately, and it's very nerve-wracking. And it's a win-win. So I want to tell you that. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. I have 30 years of experience as a psychic. Also, I have a VIP invite for anybody who wants to take a class that I'm not currently advertising this Saturday. You need to send me an email if you want to be part of that. It's $65 for the class, and it's on Zoom. You're welcome, Mary. Thank you. Sorry I missed a dad joke. I can't see them all. There's always others. So, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. If you'd like to be in on the class this Saturday is about reading the major arcana of the tarot. Those are the big cards. All right? Thank you, Maria. If you want to be, I'm giving you a VIP invitation to be part of that class on Saturday. AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. Church of Spirituality. You're welcome. Has its own channel. If you need spiritual upliftment, if you want to feel peaceful, watch Church of Spirituality. It makes your life better. Has its own channel at Church of Spirituality on YouTube. Type it into the search bar. Grassrootsofdemocracy.com. We're 2.5 years in, 3 times a week. Make sure you're on our email list. Okay. What else? I think that's everything. Tomorrow night's our discussion group for Grassroots of Democracy. The only way that I can be helped on YouTube is by subscribing and hitting the thumbs up and sharing. I'm 100% dependent on your help. All right? Pray for Florida. I'll let you know if we're going to do a live stream guided meditation for Florida. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. I'm so glad that we're here together. Check out Irish Granny Tarot. We had a conversation this afternoon, and we'll see you soon. All right. Namaste.